$1 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a tango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parade.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second. Face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Second down and a run by Robinson. Oh, able to avoid him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Flush to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Henry Anderson who got in there to get him down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A nice little juke. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense able to stop this guy. Unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw his car. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. On play action, now Carr. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. White again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now Carr out to his left. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Lawrence will throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the They start the drive with White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 12 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing. I think that every member of that offense knows exactly where he sits. You can see it from every one of them out there. They're all fully committed to making this a game where he really breaks free and climbs a couple of spots.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Week 9 here in the National Football League. He'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down, here's White. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The Raiders at 0-7, winless to start the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
On second down, they'll run with White. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing his car on third down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Carlson able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation, James Robinson.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Chandler Jones is now over 100 sacks in his career and has had at least 10 in each of his last 7 full seasons. Las Vegas, they got real good, real fast when they landed him in the offseason.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. It's a gain of 3 and it gets in the first. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now they'll throw with Carr. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to pull them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Lawrence going to throw again. Right there, Shenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and his Vegas offense operate. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? The Carr's throw complete here to Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we hit past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Mike Edwards picks it off. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
8 yards to go on second down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars! Marvin Jones, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A drive there with just 4 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to...
Here at their own 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. Lawrence on third down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. After the sack on first down, Lawrence. Pretty nice gain on the scramble, gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Lawrence able to complete this to Shenault. Touchdown, Jaguars! Laviska Shenault with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Oh, what a juke into space. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Now Lawrence. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down.
played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Robinson will try to pick it up. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Bilal Nichols there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is McDonald. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So a PI call going to cost them there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Here's McDonald to throw.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
Way to go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And that's complete to Adams. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. Carr going to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Carr. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So this will be a win for Jackson.